What did I say? The spirit of disappointment. He said, happy will be Babylon when it pick your little ones and stash it in. Pray for somebody here. Any group of enemy that want to overcome you will fail. I say they will fail. I say they will fail. Another one. Sometimes he leave you. What is happening to you? The spirit of disappointment is working on you. If you don't fight it, you will never get out of it. When your little one dash against the rock or dash against the stone, that means you are disappointed. This is metaphor. It is expression of hope. Help me touch somebody and tell them, get set, because God is about to bless you tonight. Oh, tell them, get set, God is about to bless you. God is about to bless you. Please, let's go. Let's read the book of, please, let's save time. We are going to read very quickly the book of Psalm, and then we jump to the book of Joshua. Look at the screen, everybody. I want to preach briefly. I have some set of people I'm led to pray for by the Spirit of God. I believe you're going to be among them that I'm going to pray with tonight. Please look at this. Yesterday's Psalm. Let's read verse 9. Read verse 9, everybody, very loud. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. Read it again. You didn't know what it means. Happy shall he be that taketh away and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. He's talking about daughter of Babylon. He's talking about Babylon. He said, Babylon shall be happy when it takes your little and scatter it against the stone. You hear that? Anyone that want to rejoice over scattering your stone, God will fail them tonight. I thought your amen will be 3 times. Say, devil, you can't be happy over my life. You cannot find joy over my life. You can't find joy over my. They will fail. Because for Satan to be happy means you are unhappy. That means you are crying. It will fail. Now look at Joshua before we. Joshua. Let's read Joshua chapter 7. We're cutting off some verses because of time. Look at from verse 4. So there went up thither of the people about how many? 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men. For they chased them from before the gate unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the heart of the people melted and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the evening. He and the elders of Israel put upon their head dust. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord, wherefore hast thou at all brought these people over Jordan to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites, to destroy us? Woe to God, we had been content and dealt on the other side Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turned their back before their enemies? I prophesy for 71 people here tonight. You will not turn your backs on your enemy. You will not turn your backs on your enemy. I said you will not turn your backs on your enemy. Do you know what that means? Joshua cried. He wept. Why should Israel turn his back on his enemy? In other words, enemies are overcome us. I pray for somebody here. Any group of enemy that want to overcome you will fail. I say they will fail. I say they will fail. Please sit down. Let me talk briefly. Makayaba sotalaba. Ekelebo shablaska. Yindolobo sota. Yigralaba shetose. One of the greatest woe that will ever befall you is for your enemy to overcome you. One of the things that make people cry, we are dealing with things that make you cry, which is responsible majorly by spiritual wickedness in the high places. You already know that. Now, I told you some of the things they do to make sure you keep crying. Yesterday I said they bring what? Destruction. Today I will show you the second thing they usually do to make sure you are crying. Now, the second thing that spiritual wickedness in high places usually do to make sure that you don't stop weeping, they bring into your life the spirit of disappointment. What did I say? The spirit of disappointment. He said, happy will be Babylon when it pick your little ones, dash it against the rocks or stone. When your little one dash against the rock or dash against the stone, that means you are disappointed. This is metaphor. It is an expression of hope. Listen to me. How many of you know that the hope of a man is in his child? Paradoxically. Those of you know paradox, you understand what I just said now. That's why in paradox they say the son is the father of a man. The son is the father of a man, because a time is coming that the man will be old. He will no longer be able to take care of himself. The son becomes his father that take care of him. Paradox. Now he said concerning Israel, your little ones which are your hope, the enemy are going to pick them and dash them against the rock or against the stone. What does that mean? All your hope will be dashed. Your hope will be scattered. I pray for you tonight. Everyone planning to scatter your hope, God is about to scatter them. I thought your amen will be louder than what I just heard. Anybody that want to scatter your hope, my God is going to scatter them right now. All the people that are working on every side to make sure they scatter what God has given you, your hope, your plans, your expectation, tonight the Lord will fight for you. The Lord will fight for you. The Lord will fight for you. The Lord will rise. Sit down. Help me test somebody by your left and right. In the name of the Lord, your hope will not be dashed. Say it again. In the name of the Lord, your hope will not be scattered. In the name of the Lord, your hope will not be dashed. When the devil wants to make you cry all the time, you want him to cry. One of the things he usually do, he makes all your hope scattered. That is disappointment. Listen carefully. At a point in the life of Joshua, he wanted to fight the city of Ai, a very small city, small. And then he said that some people cancel, no need of even being with much army. Just 3,000 army is enough to finish that land. And Joshua said, okay, go and finish them. And when they went, to their greatest surprise, they so much have confidence that they will finish Ai under a few minutes. On getting there, they discovered that Ai overcame them. And 36 soldiers of Israel were killed on the spot. And other ones ran 440 for their life. And the report came back to Joshua. And the next thing, Joshua rent his clothes. He fell flat before God with the elders and put dust on himself. What is that? He began to weep. He began to weep. Why did he weep? Because something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. Joshua said, I have never experienced this kind of thing. Hey, for me to go to battle and lose, this is a big disappointment to me. And that is where you need to know that if Satan wants to make you weep, he brings the spirit of disappointment into your life. If Satan wants to make you mourn, weep in agony, what you think you will get, he frustrates you not to get it. The battle you think you have won before you started, you will be surprised the battle will not work in your favor. That is the spirit of disappointment. When the spirit of disappointment entered, your expectation are scattered. Your target is frustrated. Your goals are never achieved. The victory you are confident to have, you lose it. Why? The spirit of disappointment have entered. This is one of the things that is affecting many people today. Spirit of disappointment. You make attempt to have something, and by the time you go there, they send you back. You go back, they throw you back. Somebody say, I will marry you, and just after a few months, they will come back and tell you, I'm sorry, I'm not marrying you again. What do we call that? Disappointment. And once it happened, what happened to you? It breaks your heart. Because something pressure has been dashed against the rock. Every devil that is making you to fail. Disappointment also means failure. Failure in battle. Failure in your pursuit. Things you want to have. Anytime you go for them, you fail. That is the spirit of disappointment. How many people have been trying to get something, and the more you try to get it, the more you fail at it? Failing in the school all the time is caused by the spirit of disappointment. Spiritual wickedness are responsible. You write the exam, you fail. You write it again, you fail. You write it again, you fail. The spirit of failure is the spirit of disappointment. How can you find joy when you are confronted with disappointment? But God is out tonight. In any area, Satan is fighting you with the spirit of disappointment. Tonight, the Lord will fight for you. 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 The Lord will fight. They tell you, submit your quotation, submit your application. You submit it, and you are back. And once you come back to that office, the same people tell you to submit. And when you come back there, they look at you and say, what's your name? What's the name of your company? I'm sorry, we don't know you. We don't have you. He said, but you asked me to submit my quotation. Submit my quotation. I have brought my quotation. I have submitted it. I said, excuse me, we don't want to see you in this company again. Do you know what is fighting you? The spirit of disappointment is at work in your life. You apply for work, and right there, other people get it, but you didn't get it. The spirit of disappointment is at work. All other people around you are getting married, but when they come to your own, they will fail. They will say, I will not. Spirit of disappointment is at work. Any spirit that is making failure instead of success is disappointment. Tonight, I rebuke that spirit in your life. Your amen is not strong enough. Say, Father, destroy every spirit of disappointment in my life. Father, destroy every spirit of disappointment in my A woman, you go to hospital, I'm feeling somehow, and I didn't even see my menstruation 3 months. You go to hospital and they run the test. Welcome. Here is your test. You are expecting to hear negative. I mean, that is, you are pregnant. Then, madam, sorry. What we can see there is multiple fibroid, not baby. You know what I just happened to you? Treatment. Because what you are expecting is not fibroid, but fine boy. and now they tell you fibroid. That is disappointment. Every spirit of disappointment that is fighting you, and when you collect that kind of result, the next thing is that you start shedding tears because you are expecting baby, but they say fibroid. I rebuke such spirit over your life. I rebuke such spirit over your life. Say, Father, deliver me from spirit of disappointment. Father, deliver me from spirit of disappointment. Have you ever seen a young lady was brought to me? Young lady, very beautiful lady from Ghana. They brought her to me some years ago, and I saw her look so. I said, what happened to you? You look so old. She said, "Her." You look so old. She said, "Her." Pastor, it's a long story. I'm not old. I only had a problem. I said, what was the problem? She said, on the day of my wedding, I was already inside the church with my wedding gown. Then my husband said he's no more interested. They have already printed card invitation, and people are already inside the church. This is my day of joy, my day of joy. And they have waited. The man didn't come. They now say the lady should come in. A day of joy. She was dancing before the altar, looking about, waiting. And suddenly a message came that the man said he's no more interested.